Hey everyone, this is Ryan. I'm gonna try and be kind of quiet because it's 11 o'clock at night and I don't want to wake anybody. But I realized that it's been 7 months. 7 months on the 5th, and everything's going really well. I actually made notes so that I could seem somewhat put together. But I realized that I've been skipping over a lot of stuff, giving really skimpy updates and things like that. So I was looking at some videos and things like appetite. My appetite has gone up, things like that. I haven't really mentioned it, but it seems that for the most part, when I'm doing things, when I'm progressing, especially with this past year, things have kind of fit together in kind of a perfect way, I guess. When I started T, I started doing weightlifting too, because I always wanted to have a bigger body and everything, And I lift more weight now than I ever have in my life. I put it on so quickly. When I started, I think I started at something like 55 pounds or something, and I've been doing that, like I said, since I started. So 7 months ago, and in 7 months, I do 3 sets of eight, 8 repetitions, and today I put up 140 pounds for a bench press, and for squat I did 195. I started off less than 100, like 85 pounds or something. I wish I had I, I prepared everything else, and I didn't bring in a log that I've been keeping of that stuff to keep track of it. Um, but otherwise, I mean, I'm doing row, and on my other day I do a deadlift, shoulder press, and pull-ups. So I'm doing what I can to put on more weight and more muscle, things like that. And with that, I've put on 20 pounds. Now, I don't know if that's from the testosterone or if it's from the eating. I know I've mentioned that before. But it's, I have noticed I'm still losing my train of thought. How do I manage that? So with the weightlifting portion, to put on more weight and to put on that muscle mass, you need to eat a lot of protein, a lot of calories, things like that. So at the very least, I've been, eating, at this point I'm eating 24 to 2600 calories a day, and it's not exactly difficult to put that food down. I still feel hungry sometimes, so I would definitely say that my appetite increased. And my overall lifestyle, my habits changed a lot right when I started. When I'm starting to eat breakfast now, or I was starting to eat breakfast back in January, whereas I would eat maybe twice a day before I started to, and for the most part that was fine for me anyway. If I tried that now, I'd be a miserable bastard, and I'm not a nice person when I'm hungry. So I guess it works out that I need to pump on the calories in order to put on the muscle mass. At any rate, so as far as that stuff goes, there's enough of that. But acne, uh, it's still mild, really mild on my face. The weather here has been extremely humid, extremely wet, and it just makes me feel gross. My skin feels gross, and I've noticed that I think I'm less tolerant of the heat. Last year it got to be over 100 where I'm at, and for the most part it hasn't gotten that high. It's been in the 90s, but even still, it's like unbearably hot. Like I can't stand it. And I think that may have something to do with testosterone as well. When it comes to, aside from like my sense of my own body temperature, when I had gotten my checkup with my endo a month or two ago, he had mentioned also that my blood cell count was up as it should be. It was higher than it was, and screen just went out. That's good. I guess I'll keep talking and hope I can remember everything and hope this is still recording. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so, yeah, my face acne is doing alright. It's better than it was before testosterone, so I can't really complain. Back acne is freaking terrible. It's not good. I think it got a little bit worse before it started to get a little bit better. And, I try to keep it clean, alcohol pads, the Stratix wipes, things like that. But it looks like it's starting to clear up now. I hope it continues to. It's not good. It's not a good look. Anyway. But other than that, no acne really anywhere else. I have like a random spot on my collarbone. Who gets pimples on their collarbone? Apparently me. And other than that, nothing at all. So my breakout, while it wasn't on my face, was on my back. I see a lot of guys who get it on their face. Facial, body hair, things like that. My facial hair is coming down. I saw that it's down to my jawbone on both sides now. Nothing along my jawline yet, but right here underneath my chin is spreading, and it's actually underneath my chin as opposed to a small section, and it's starting to creep forward. I saw lighter hairs. It seems like I get lighter hairs that are thick, I guess, before they turn dark, maybe. I don't know what the deal is, because this is all dark, and then I can feel that it's creeping forward. I can feel that it's on a little bit on the front side of my chin, but if I look in the mirror, that's all really light color and you can't see it. I guess it's going to turn dark. I hope it turns darker. Other than that, I noticed up with my cheekbone up here, there's hair. I mean, I've always had hair there, but it's like, maybe it seems longer to me. I don't know. I'm not shaving my cheekbones. It's just, I mean, if I have to, I will, but it's peach fuzz stuff. It's weird. I've seen one guy who's got some serious freaking facial hair, and for the most part, all the other guys I've seen are, comes up to like the corner of their mouth kind of height. So I don't know. I'm not shaving my cheekbones. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, thicker like hair, always. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, actually you can. Yeah, alright. Goes up my thigh too, but I can't lift my shorts like that right now. Just general body hair. Happy Trail is thicker, seems to be going upwards up my torso. Or it looks like it's going to. It looks like it might be getting darker and reaching up. Just slowly creeping in different directions, just getting here and there. I didn't see any more rogue stray hairs on my back, nothing on my shoulders or anything that might signify I'm getting back hair. What's next on here? Mood. I think that my mood's actually getting better. It seems more level. The longer I'm on tea, it seems that it gets more and more level. And I feel more confident, and just, if I'm not just baseline, then I feel happy. Sometimes things happen, they suck, next day comes, and, yesterday's over with, all the crap was yesterday, or whatever. I just feel better. I don't know, I think I've mentioned this before, with the whole crying thing. Ever since I started, really, I haven't been crying, which a lot of people find interesting, I guess, because gender differences and whatever. So there's that. Yeah, when I started it, just things that would normally make me cry, or times when I feel like I want to, maybe I don't. Like I don't feel even tears welling up. But I notice that those moments, like, it's almost like the reason I want to cry is because in the past that's been something that would make me cry. But when it comes to the actual process of crying, I don't feel anything. Not emotionally, but like in my eyes. I'm fine with that. Less crying, fine, whatever. Uh, Otherwise, mood is fine. Like some people, I've heard guys talk about feeling depressed or something like that, or just having different affect-based moods. I guess like sadness or happiness or depression or whatever. I haven't felt that negative side of it, and I hope I don't in the future. Just doing all right. I'm trying to monitor myself and make sure that I do feel happy. That I continue to do the things that I want to do. If this is what makes me happy, or whatever it does. But I'm doing well. Speaking of that stuff, actually, um, this is August, and I'm applying to PhD programs. I hope in the winter. I was debating whether to mention this stuff in here, and I think I will. That like I I want to apply for my math. I have my master's. I want to apply for a PhD, and I want to do research and things like that. I want to get into a position that allows me to do different things because I don't want to do the same stuff all the time. It's boring. I want to be able to change it up, and if I'm gonna do research, and then I can also do um, wow, holy brain fart. Maybe some consulting for companies, or maybe I could teach at a university, or I don't think I want to practice. I like my job that I have right now, and it's a practice-based position, but I don't know. I just know that I want to get back to research at the very least, and if I want to practice in the future, I'll continue to practice in the future. But regardless, all that, um, when it comes to applying for my PhD, I have to write a statement of purpose and things like that to express what my personal interests are and why I want to pursue this particular research topic with this particular professor. And I've been through this a couple times. Last year, I think, I got into Notre Dame, and I decided that it wasn't right for me. I just decided not to go, the research wasn't right, or stuff in my personal life, things weren't lining up. Something told me not to go. And that was just prior to deciding I was going to start T. And I realized that if I decided to go over Notre Dame, if I went out to Illinois and everything, and I was studying and researching right now as opposed to doing this video, that I wouldn't have started T. I don't know when I would have decided to, how long I would have put it off for, how happy I would be right now. But I know that I'm happy actually right now. Yeah, I'm happy. It didn't seem right. So here I am now, trying to apply for another PhD program and trying to figure out what my interests are going to be. They're not going to be, but what they are. I've had ongoing interests of studying attachment and studying neuroscience and things like that, and maybe combining those. But that's probably of little interest to most of the people that are watching this right now. But I was thinking, one of my big things is that my research needs to be of personal interest to me, but it also needs to be something that pushes the bounds of the knowledge that we currently have in science and things like that. And that's extremely important to me. It's got to be relevant. It's got to be important. It's got to be something that adds to the knowledge that we have. And I was thinking of personal interests and things like that, and adding to knowledge. I mean, do I want to pursue research for the trans community and researching, GID or things with relation to it? It's a possibility. It's something that's crossed my mind. Or is there a way to tie that in to my other research interests and stuff I've been toying around with in my head? One of the main things I think about from day to day. But that's where I'm at there. Wow. Okay. But anyway, that also kind of ties in with how this has all fit into my life, the whole trans thing, and finally starting transitioning and things like that. Um, so the hormones portion fit in when I decided not to go to Notre Dame, and now I'm looking at getting top surgery. I developed a shipping account and things like that, and when I get top surgery, is that going to fit in? Am I going to be able to slip it in before I go to a PhD program, or is this something that I'm going to end up having to take time off to do that? Which I can't imagine will be easy. I don't know. I mean, I guess it happens when it happens. But regardless, I kind of need to get it together with a legal name change. I haven't done it yet. And officially decide on my name. I have it written down as Ryan Jacob, but I like that. When I say it, I like it. Sounds right. It works. Just a matter of getting it done. And I'm also waiting to find out about certifications and things like that I'm currently waiting to get in the mail. Actually, concerning the date, I'm probably going to get it this week or next week. So I'll find out then too. I didn't want to have to change my name and then tell them, oh, I need a different certificate that you just sent me because of my name change. And, well, that just doesn't make sense, does it? It made sense when I was thinking about it at the time, and when it was 11:30 at night. So, yeah, here I am. This is me. Shoulders are broader. I'm bumping into more things. I noticed that I'm getting, if there's any fat on my body, it's collecting on my stomach region. So fat distribution is as expected. And that's all my ramblings for now.